This is Becky Fino with the Customer Resource Center at the San Diego County Office of Education. I'll be going over department budget table effective date issues, specifically how to update a department budget table when the effective date becomes locked after payroll. How does a department budget table effective date become locked? If an effective date is entered incorrectly on the department budget table and is not corrected before it's expensed against during payroll, the department budget table's effective date becomes locked and can no longer be taken back to an earlier date with the use of correct history. So how do you identify a department budget table with a locked effective date? A department budget table that has a locked effective date no longer has a box around the date. This prevents an edit to be made to the date using correct history. Here's an example of a DBT with a locked effective date. In this example, rows cannot be added with a date prior to March 17th of 2017 on this DBT. You'll notice where the effective date is displayed, there's typically a box around the date, but in this case there isn't. This would indicate that payroll has been expensed against this particular DBT and has locked this date. Though there isn't a fix for correcting the date once it's locked, there is a workaround. To resolve the issue of a DBT with a locked effective date, you'll need to update this DBT by adding 2 rows rather than 1. First, you'll need to add 1 row with the date of the locked row, which in this case is March 17th of 2017. And then you will need to use your arrow keys to scroll back to the row prior to the March 17th row and add a row there with the effective date of that prior date. Typically that would be July 1st of the beginning of the fiscal year. So here is a DBT similar to the one in the prior slide. You'll notice that the effective date is March 7th of 2017, but that this date is locked, meaning there is no box around this date. So in order to update this department budget table, you'll need to add a row, use the same date that was on the prior row. When you click Tab, you'll see that it advances the effective sequence just like it would normally do. And you make your changes. So in this case, I will scroll over, add a line. This will be a TIM, combo code. Once your line is added, go ahead and click Save. As always, when you get this message about retroactive budget changes, we know to click No since the system doesn't automatically generate a retro. Next, we'll scroll back 2 rows. Here's the locked row, so we need to go 1 further. And here is another locked row, but with the desired effective date of 7/1/2016. Once we've navigated to this row, we'll want to add a row here. It automatically entered the date of 7/1/2016, but if it doesn't, that's the date you'll want to enter here. It'll advance the effective sequence automatically when you do that, and then you'll want to add your combo code here. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, now that I've added this combo code, I can click Save. Again, we'll get this retroactive budget changes message and we'll want to click No. So if you're wondering how this workaround works or the logic behind it, it's simple. By adding this combo code to the prior date of 7/1/2016, which was the desired date, you're making this combo code available on the timesheet of the incumbent in this position for the date range of 7/1/2016 through a date prior to 3/7/2017, which would be 3/6/2017. By making this combo code available on the road dated March 7th of 2017, you're making it available on the timesheet from that day going forward. Unfortunately, from now on, you'll need to do this in order to ensure that your combo code is available for the entire year. So if you're ever paying time prior to March 7th, it'll be available on the timesheet for that time span. A document is available on our website with step-by-step directions on how to apply this workaround. Please do a search on our website for DBT or Department Budget Table to locate it. Thank you.